Good evening and welcome to the Nevis newscast for today, Monday, July 19th, 2010. I'm Bronte Swanston-Hendrickson. In the top stories, disaster mitigation workshop convened and animal farmers benefit from training session. Stay with us. The details are straight ahead. Representatives from government organizations in both St. Kitts and Nevis assembled today at the Llewellyn Newton Disaster Management Facility for a 4-day workshop. The workshop focuses on damage and loss assessment for economic evaluation of natural disasters. Sponsoring the 4-day session are the United Nations Economic Cooperation in Latin America and the Caribbean, UNECLAC, the Organization of American States, OAS, FEMCD, and the Government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Mrs. Erin Hanley, the Director of the Department of Economic Planning and Statistics, delivered remarks at the start of the workshop.
It is important that when disasters strike, that we have the capacity to conduct damage and loss assessments as soon as possible to further reduce the disaster's impact and to get assistance where it is needed. Therefore, the purpose of this workshop is to build and strengthen capacity in the area of conducting economic evaluations of natural disasters. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our facilitators to Nevis and also to extend welcome to invited guests and participants. I hope that the workshop will be productive and that most importantly, we will be able to apply and put to practice what we have learned if the need arises.
The facilitator for the workshop is Ms. Asha Cambon, the Regional Advisor for UNECLAC at the Sub-Regional Headquarters in the Caribbean. Attending the ceremony as well was the OAS representative for St. Kitts and Nevis, Mr. Starrett Green.
The organization is also eager to help bring up to speed the various agencies and entities which have an indispensable role to play in times of disaster. It is the OAS's hope that through this technical cooperation exercise, both St. Kitts and Nevis would succeed in establishing a homegrown disaster risk management structure that would allow for an effective and credible response in the face of any eventuality.
The feature address and official opening was done by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Laurie Lawrence.
There is a common denominator in all disasters. They leave a trail of destruction and despair in their path. A country could have 1/2 of its GDP wiped out in a matter of hours or minutes. There are many countries that have not even fully recovered from the result of the impact of disasters, including Nevis. Now, I must say that the relationship between disasters and economic development is well known to us in Nevis. We have experienced it firsthand. I must point out that this workshop, or the development of a disaster plan, is not the end of the journey. The final test is its execution. We will therefore need all hands on deck to make implementation a reality in the years ahead. 10 years from now, we should be able to look back with pride and say that this project made a difference to disaster management and mitigation in Nevis. The resources provided by the OAS and other external and local partners were well spent.
The major objective for the participants over the next 4 days is to enable the authorities to more accurately assess the impact of natural disasters on the economy and therefore the livelihood of its citizens, in addition to providing baseline data and useful information for future events. The Ministries of Trade and Agriculture today, Monday, joined with the representatives from the ECGC and the East Caribbean Flour Mills Limited to conduct a feeds workshop for pig and poultry farmers. The one-day event began with a brief opening ceremony at the Credit Union's conference room. Here now are some excerpts of remarks by persons involved in the event.
The pleasure is mine to officially welcome you to this workshop that we have planned here today. And this workshop is being sponsored by the East Caribbean Group of Companies. Of course, we are all aware that the East Caribbean Group of Companies has been with us for a number of years, and they are responsible for providing us with a number of feed for our animals. I'm happy that a number of you are already here, pig and poultry farmers.
Let me, on behalf of ECGC, express my profound thanks, first of all, to the Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Daly and his team, for the support and encouragement they have given us in facilitating this workshop. We've had very strong support from the Nevis Island administration for a quality company with quality products. Like anything else in all relationships, you do have challenges from time to time, but I think the mature and responsible way in which we address these challenges when they will arise from time to time speaks well to the quality of relationship that exists between us.
And happy to be a part of what I would call the important trio being together: the producers of feed, farmers, the Department of Agriculture. As I am told, this is not the first time we are all coming together. But I must say, when we come together, let us make sure that we take maximum advantage of the opportunity. I want to once again thank you all for being here, giving me the opportunity to speak, and to encourage you and remind you of your responsibility to make sure that Nevisians are fed. With these few words, I declare the workshop open, and I wish you a great time during your deliberation. Thank you.
The ECGC is a regional company based in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that supplies Nevis with most of the animal feed. On his show, In Touch with the Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Joseph Parry, said he was happy with the airlift that Nevis will be receiving at the end of the year. This with American Eagle announcing the resumption of flights to Nevis as of December 15th, 2010.
It does not cater only to North America, because Lear flies to the Caribbean. And the Lear flights that I mentioned are coming out of St. Croix and St. Thomas and St. Martin. Now let us make the link. We are our people. We are our cousins, our uncles, our mothers. We are there. St. Martin, St. Croix, St. Thomas, BVI. They're right down there. They want to come home, and we want to go and visit them during the summertime. You check all the children from the primary schools and find out where they are. Find out how many of them have gone to St. Martin, have gone to St. Croix, have gone to St. Thomas, have gone to the BVI. And then Leat links us with Antigua, the Windward Islands, with Barbados, Trinidad, and even Santo Domingo. So let us remember that. Winnie links us with St. Martin. Of course, it opens the gateway for us, but Nevisians love to shop in St. Martin. They do.
That was Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Joseph Parry, on his weekly radio program, In Touch with the Premier. It is hosted on Choice Radio 105.3 FM on Tuesdays at 11:15 a.m. A delegation from the Nevis Island administration traveled to North America towards the end of last week to meet with nationals in the diaspora. The delegation is led by Deputy Premier Honorable Hensley Daniel and includes Junior Minister Honorable Carlisle Powell and Advisor Llewellyn Paris. This visit is part of activities to celebrate 4 years of administration of the Nevis Reformation Party. Prior to leaving Nevis, Minister Daniel honored 2 residents of the St. John's constituency for their contribution to the community over the years.
We say to you, Lizzie, it is people like you which make people like me get interested in politics. People who have shown a kind of selfless love for family and country, and people who serve the current age and fulfill their calling. And as such, Lizzie, we have come to say thank you, and this is our token of appreciation. And thank you for your many years of sacrifice, for your many years of commitment to the development of the country. And most importantly, thank you for staying the course with us. In Nevis, if you have supported a cause for 40 years, that is a long time. And Eugene Pemberton has been here with the Nevis Reformation Party since October of 1970, when the party was formed. And we think we owe him a debt of gratitude to come and say to him thank you, to show some appreciation. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
That's how we conclude this evening's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thanks for viewing. Good night.